location, which we just arrived at, just past the junction where the three tallest mountain ranges in the world come together. So we're gonna go check it out here and see what they've got turned up. What about you? Thank you. Jack?
Sugar.
One?
One lump.
Local, everything in it tea. Whatever that is. The Himalayas are every bit as steep and as rugged and breathtaking and beautiful as you've seen on film or pictures in books. And I will say it was a little intimidating knowing that we were going to have to go up that. The guys found a couple really good Markhor in one area, and so we made a plan for the next day. Got up early, about 2:30 in the morning, and started our trek in the dark. And about 2.5 hours later, we had gained almost 4,000 feet elevation, and we were in position of where they best thought we should be. Markhor behind a ridge, the skyline that's over here. And usually they'll come on this side and start grazing in the upper grass here. And again, we're down here somewhere, so I'm not sure where we'll end up, but it sounds like once they feed onto this side, we'll have an opportunity and maybe a shot.
Here at the final point, now we will cross away from this way, really go there, and the animals are down from us. Now the Markhors are down from us, so we will wait there, up there at the ridge. We will wait there for 20 to 25 minutes. We will wait there. Then if we are able to see them, then we will take a shot.
We heard a rock come down the mountain, and it's dark, so you have no idea what it is, and it's steep, so you don't have a good view of what you could have, even if it was light.
We reached here at the shooting spot, and now we are waiting. The Markhors are moving towards us, so we are waiting here. We have fixed our cameras, our gun and everything. We are ready to shoot, and they are moving towards us. After 5 to 10 minutes, or maybe 20 minutes, we will be happy to shoot.
Anyways, daylight comes, the Markhor start moving. 2 or 3 females came over. They saw a glimpse of one of the big Markhor, and that was it. So we got word from our guys down below that, hey, they've been blown out. We don't know what's going on, but you might as well come back down. So all that effort and nothing. But what we think happened, and everybody believes, there is a lot of snow leopards in this area. What had happened was there was a snow leopard up above, because we did see some tracks, and he got to them, and we believe he killed one, because as we were coming down the mountain and kept looking back up to see what had happened, and just to look back up and go, wow, that is really steep, and I can't believe we were there. There was a whole bunch of birds circling right in that spot, so we think it was a snow leopard kill, and that's what chased the animals out of the valley. The next day we could not hunt because it was too cloudy, nobody could see. And then the following day we got reports that one of the groups of guys had seen a good Markhor. We immediately left the hotel, drove only maybe 20-25 minutes up into the valley, and then walked the rest of the way. Got in position where the guys were viewing from, and I laid my eyes on him once, and that's all I needed to know. So when we got into the area, or into the spot where the guys were watching him from, man, it was just steep as could be, but again, they had come lower due to the snow, and they don't have the pashmina hair, and so they don't like the snow, but he had come down, and he was just hidden in a weird smoky haze. I mean, it was like out of a movie. He was behind a tree in just like a little depression, and you'd catch glimpses of him now and again, in and out. And again, I was holding my position, but it wasn't as long as the cashmere one. Yeah, he was like a ghost up there. And the clouds were in and they were out, and finally you could tell that there was a pattern where the clouds were going, and it was starting to lift and shift and lift. And I was like, this is our opportunity as long as he comes out. Well, he came out. The cloud lifted. There was still a little haze, but he was just like a ghost coming out of there. So he came out of this little gully, slowly feeding, and as he came up, he kind of just almost crested onto a little rock and gave me a wonderful broadside shot. It worked out, and it was meant to be. Again, he bolted. I had time to reload, but he maybe went 75, 100 yards, and that was it. Everybody was telling me how big he was, and all I was focusing on was making a good, clean shot. And I was so happy for that. Again, not a wounded animal. Pretty much, you know, he was dead and didn't know it, but everyone, we had the community up there. Again, probably more so than the Kashmir. I would say there was around 100 people there. And so that's something that you don't ever experience on a hunt as well. It's like you're being watched by all these people. Everybody has had a big part in the conservation of these animals, and so they want to see their hard work paid off. And I had to put it out of my mind because everybody was talking, you know, which makes it difficult. The animals are probably used to people because the shepherds have their goats up there, but it was very different. So I put that out of my mind, and I didn't realize what I had done at the time. A couple people, having known what a big Astor looks like, they were kind of that shock and awe factor with the locals.
The horns are very heavy, yeah. And maybe I'm praying for the world record. It will be the world record if it is above 45. So before the world record is 43. So I hope that it will be 49 or 50 or 48 maybe. It was very big animal, and now we'll measure it. So
again, the guys took off, went up there, brought him back down, and we had him in our possession, like right there. It was, there's almost no words. Speaking to a record book, the current world record Astor has been #1 for 48 years, and we potentially have one that could break that. And that's hard to realize. I mean, 48 years, you know, some get broken every now and again, but again, for me, and I think a lot of mountain hunters, this is the pinnacle. Like, this is the granddaddy of them all. And having that in our possession, and he had a beautiful cape, has a beautiful cape, just speaks to how old he is. It's almost like a blue, gray, dark blacks, long, I mean, big neck, but you could definitely tell he was an older animal. You know, he was losing some muscle, kind of shrunk in the back, but still a beast of an animal. And after we got the animal down and everybody was admiring him, and again, we were like paying our respects to the animals and the conservation, because all of this wouldn't be possible without that. It was like a party in the mountains. I mean, people high-fiving and coming over and congratulating me and hugging me, and it's like, I mean, some people may find that weird and like, oh my gosh, you just killed something and why are people high-fiving you? But to them, it's way more than that. And for me, it was over the top, like the respect that they had for me. You shed a little internal tear. I mean, they're genuine people that are so happy.
I believe it's January 20th, 2019, and we're still kind of in shock here a little bit that this could be potentially the new world record, Astor Markhor. Met Danish, probably a couple years ago now, and we've been back and forth on putting a hunt together, and we did. Came over to Pakistan about 3 weeks ago now. My friend Jake here, best buddies here, Stacy Anderson from New Zealand, and our host, friend, and outfitter, Danish Ali with Indus Safaris.